Hey everyone, it's Ed from Off the Trails Outdoors. Today, we're diving into the essential tools that you'll need to efficiently operate your outdoor wood boiler. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, having the right tools makes a huge difference in the efficiency and safety. Let's get started. So I'm standing at my outdoor wood boiler. This is a Central Boiler Classic Edge 550. It's a high efficiency furnace. It needs to burn seasoned wood. So all my wood has been split for over a year, maybe a year and a half in my shed. And the moisture content needs to be below 20%. So I have all my wood in here under cover. So when it starts to snow here in the winter in Western Pennsylvania, I'll be ready to go. So this wood boiler I've had since 2018, I believe. It's a good wood boiler. When I first got this, I was not used to burning seasoned wood. I did have a regular central boiler, and it was not a gasification unit. I could throw in green wood like right today, but this boiler works a little differently. If I don't burn seasoned wood, this thing will plug up with creosote, and I'll have a long winter of cleaning this and getting it back into form. So today I'm going to talk about some tools that I use while operating the outdoor wood boiler to be efficient as possible and to make my job a lot easier. This is a standard, I don't know what it's called, but it's a standard tool that came with the unit. So that little hook connects in the back of the flue, and there's chains in the back. Shake those chains a few times a week. I'm trying to do it every day or every other day to help keep from plugging up. But this is kind of like your main poker, and it's perfect size, and this would be very hard to run this boiler without this tool. The second tool I use is this is an ice scraper I got from Harbor Freight, and I use this to help keep the creosote from building up. So if I see it building up along the walls or the corners, I'll take this and kind of chip it along, even around the door, so I don't have any buildup of creosote. So this I got last year, and this was very helpful for me to keep the creosote buildup under control. Next is a good flat shovel, and what you'll see is I use this inside the wood boiler to move ash around, to scoop ash out of the box. I will also use this tool to help scrape out some ash from the bottom reaction chamber, and I'll show you that in a second. I do have a standard garden hoe that I'll use to pull some ash out. So I always keep a sharp axe laying around. Sometimes when the fire gets low, I'll have to split up some of these pieces into smaller chunks to help the fire burn better. So I will use this daily as well. I do have a rake laying around just in case I would need it to rake some coals around. I also like to use a scoop shovel, and I'll kind of demonstrate for you. I like to have this around so I can scrape in my ashes from the reaction chamber. So we're going to do that now. So I will grab my hoe, grab my scoop shovel, scoop it right in. I will have my metal wheelbarrow here by the wood boiler at all times in case I need to get some ash out, and then I'll usually spread that around the garden areas. So when it comes to cleanup time, I do have a shop vac just specific for the wood boiler. So this will get very dusty, dirty very quick, and I don't use it anywhere else. So I will have this here at all times in case the unit needs cleaned. So it's always good to have one. So if you have an old one laying around, that'd be great just to designate it for the wood boiler. This is my DR kinetic wood splitter. It's called a Rapid Fire. I bought this off Facebook Marketplace for a couple $100, but it is a very quick wood splitter in terms of making smaller pieces. I can't use bigger, larger oak logs on this, but I will be able to take, you know, knotless pieces of maple and cherry and split it, and some oak. But if it's a large round, I will not use this because this will get stuck and it would not be good for the unit. So I am fortunate to have two wood splitters. So this is a Husky hydraulic 20-ton splitter that I got from Tractor Supply, and I added its own little cradle for wood. This is great for larger rounds. It's not the strongest or the quickest, but it's very affordable for the normal working guy. There we go. And boom, that will, now you can split vertical. Something else that I would strongly encourage you to pick up are moisture meters. So what it is, it's a meter, has two prongs in it. You sink that into a piece of wood and it kind of tells you the moisture content in your wood. So on my seasoned firewood, here's a piece right here. I'm going to split it in half. So this, hit the button. So we're at 19%, 19 to 20%. So that's perfectly seasoned firewood. I like to burn under 20. The wood on the outside of the wood pile is wood that needs seasoned more. That's probably about at 25%. But this wood along this back wall will be a lot drier, and that's what I'm going to use right now as we start the season here. Something else that's been a game changer for me for the past few years is using these IVC totes as firewood baskets. So I picked these up off Facebook Marketplace for about $25 to $35. And I usually remove the bladders, and then I cut this little notch in so I can load firewood and pull firewood out. I've got my John Deere 2025R. I can pretty much lift up this basket half full of firewood and move it around. So it doesn't have a ton of lifting capacity, but I'm able to move a lot of these firewood baskets around half full so I don't have to keep loading and unloading. And if you look inside my woodshed, I've got all my totes in there filled up with firewood. So I'll get totes in there half full, and then I'll fill the rest of it by hand. If you have not tried moving firewood with IVC totes, I'd strongly encourage you to do so. So one last tool I want to show you, and I don't use this very often, usually on startup or if I come out and my fire's not lit or it went out. This is called a weed burner, and this brand is Flame King. You hook it up to a propane tank and it's a torch, and it will get your fire started really, really quick. So I'm going to turn it on. I got an igniter on it. Junk wood. So I kind of reviewed my essential tools for what I use to make my outdoor wood boiler experience work for me. Any viewers out there who have had an outdoor wood boiler for a long time and you have other tools that you use, please drop that in the comments below. That'll help me improve my setup and will help improve everyone else as well. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next video. And that's a wrap for tonight.